Morning, everybody. Welcome to the middle school quiz number 7. 3 sections of 5 questions, total marks out of 15. You can write the answers down if you want to, shout them out, or just remember them. Some of the questions this week I think are quite hard, so I can give clues. If I'm going to give a clue, I'll warn you. So if you don't want to hear it, just block your ears. Okay, so here we go. First section is on flowers. There are flowers everywhere. I'm sure you're all experts. Let's see if you know what these flowers are. So we start easy and we get a bit harder. So there's the first one. If you want to be really impressive, give the Latin name. But these are spring flowers. What are those flowers? Might give you a clue with this one. So clue coming up. They're often produced in Holland. It's the third one. Again, I'll give you a clue. You might not need it. So if you don't want to hear, then block your ears now. But if you look at the shape of what the flower reminds you of in terms of its shape, that might be a clue for you. Fourth one, that's quite tricky, isn't it? Again, a clue coming up. It's also a girl, used as a girl's name. And the last one there, what's that one? I think it's probably a plant more than a flower. I thought you might like to have that one in. Okay, so what's the name of that plant? And that's a fly crawling through it. But as a clue, that fly won't last for much longer. Okay, so that's the first section, flowers or plants. I came on to dingbats. We did a round. Oh, there's the first one. Did a round of this last week. So I think you either get these or you don't get these. If you don't get them, I'll give you. No, I won't give you a clue for that one. That's quite straightforward. That's the first one. That's the second one. That's a phrase. It's a 4-word phrase. If you want a clue, if you look at the second letter, it's not a letter, it's a number. Okay. And where is that number? That's the clue. That's the next one. If you want a clue for that, that's also the name of a famous book. There you go. What's that one? And if you want a clue, so you don't have to listen, I think it's a bit of a yummy dessert. Most people like the dessert. Oh, I'll go back, rush through again, didn't we? So what's that one? And if you want a clue, you don't have to listen. That's something that the police might say to you if you've done something naughty. Going to the final section of 5 questions. These are all things beginning with the letter A. Again, start relatively straightforward and get harder. That's the first one. It's not who is that, but what is that? That's number 1. Number 2, they're dogs. Last week we had a beagle. So what's the breed of dogs? And I put some puppies there as well, but they're the same breed of dog. Often goes by another name, but it has a name beginning with A as well. It's the name of that breed of dog. That's quite a small creature. It's got lots of armor plating on. You can see how big it is by comparing it to the size of the grass and the leaves. But it has the armor plating for protection, and name begins with A. So what's that one? That's a close-up. Looks pretty scary. There are lots of these around. So what is that? Begins with A. And the final one, this is really tricky. You either know that or you don't know that. That's a vegetable particularly common. I don't think we have them in our lunches at school. That's quite a hard one. It's a 3-syllable vegetable, 3-syllable name. Wow, that was hard. So anyone gets full marks today, they deserve special praise. Okay, so let's go through the answers. Name of the flowers. That was a daffodil. I think the Latin name is Narcissus narcissus. Stand to be corrected on that. That's daffodil. So come on, tulips. It's a famous song, Tulips from Amsterdam. Lots of them are produced in Holland or the Netherlands. Tulips. Bluebells, the shape of a bell, and they're blue. Bluebells. Next one is a lily or lilies. Very strong smell, often used as a girl's name. Those are lilies. And the final one is a Venus flytrap. So fairly shortly, that plant will snap close and the fly will be effectively gobbled up by the plant, which will help it grow. So that's a Venus flytrap. These are dingbats. First one's head over heels. So the word head is over the top of heels. So heads over heels, head over heels. Next one's 1 in a million. So the number 1 is there in the word million. So the dingbat is 1 in a million. That's Alice in Wonderland. You can see the girl's name Alice in the middle of the word Wonderland. So that's Alice in Wonderland, as in the book. That's banana split. And who doesn't like banana splits? Absolutely delicious. Ice cream, banana, caramel sauce, all sorts of lovely things. It's a banana split. And that's what the police might say to you. You're under arrest. So the word "you're" is under arrest. You're under arrest. The final section, all answers begin with an A. That's an astronaut. A for astronaut. You can't see the A because my picture's in the way, but that's Alsatian. So A-L-S-A-T-I-O-N, sometimes called a German shepherd. That's an Alsatian. That's an armadillo with all its armor plating. They run quite fast as well. Okay, so armadillo. That's an ant, very close up of an ant. Those are the things that you walk on by accident. You wouldn't want to mess with one of those though. Goodness me, it does look scary. And I presume that's a red ant. A nasty bite. And the last one, that's an artichoke. If you got that right, amazing. Okay, artichoke. So that's the end of the quiz. 3 sections, 5 marks on each, 15 marks altogether. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you did. And I'll see you next week, if not before. Take care.